This is Jordan Seals. This is my story, following the journey.
No retreat, no surrender. We will stand and fight.
Following the journey. Where I'm from is, I was born in New York, Buffalo, New York. Dad played for the Buffalo Bills. Mom, very outgoing woman, took care of everything. I moved to Jackson, Mississippi with the family because that's where my mother's from. After all the hype had settled down, I grew up on North Side Drive in Jackson, Mississippi. We played at the Manhattan YMCA. Everybody used to go there. I had a couple guys I remember from back there. There was one girl named Tanika Carey. I think she at USM now. Another guy we had, Marcellus. It used to be a rivalry. Chad Atkins. Every time we get on the court, YMCA League, it was a rivalry. After that, I pretty much got into organized sports. Sixth grade, when I moved up to Memphis, we played ball at a school called Hickory Ridge Middle School with Coach Knuckles, Coach Stone. Coach Knuckles was a football coach. He introduced me to Coach Stone. And they had a sixth grade team. Back in Jackson, we didn't know what sixth grade was, not sixth grade basketball. But here they had a sixth grade team, and I was on that team. And I used to just wait day in and day out on the games, and it was just, a real game. And what happened was we only had like 3 games a year, and I was excited for those 3 games just to be out there playing basketball with my friends. We in uniforms, the whole nine. We only played against a school called Cordova. Very nice school. They had the finer things in life, right? We moved back to Jackson, Mississippi, where I enrolled at Clinton High School in Clinton, Mississippi. I came back in the 9th grade. 8th grade. I came back. I tried out for the team, and unfortunately, the coach didn't. I guess I didn't fit his style of play or anything. But there's no hard feelings or anything. It's just he had his perfect team in his eyes. On down the line, the 9th grade coach, I had to watch that whole year. My friends just on the team playing. Leon Carr, Krishna Bell, Cedric Smith. He played for William Carey University. And it was hard just watching them. They had a thing called fifth. Yeah, like I said, watching my teammates playing hard, just enjoying, just having a good time. And it hurt me a little bit, but I'm a big pickle eater and whatnot. But yeah, I'm a big pickle eater. Like I said, no homo though. And I sat half court of every home game. I was in the 8th grade. I didn't have no gas money or no car. It was no way I could make it to these games away. But I sit there every home game and just watched it from the 4th quarter to, they had a thing called 5th quarter. If you didn't play in the 4th quarter, you were gonna have 5th quarter. And that's where the people with potential, they just ain't have it all just yet though. But I watched 5th quarter because, I had a good friend that played in it. And as you see, probably it started day. But as the time went by, over the summer, I was like, man, I got to get on a team. I was just playing neighborhood ball, And 9th grade came, and there was a coach named Coach Green. He was the head coach there. And in our schools, 9th grade was by itself. 10th and 11th, 12th grade was, in another school. But 9th grade, it was Sumner Hill High School, Sumner Hill Junior High. And he gave me a chance. He put me on the roster. I was number 24. That was before Kobe. Kobe had changed, numbers and everything. But once he changed, I thought I was just unstoppable. I was an all right player, but I wasn't, the cream of the crop. I had a couple breakout games, mostly defense. I get some steals and run. I can run the floor. I love running. I'm always at practice, even the days I didn't feel like it. I wasn't there. I was there. As time went by, the ninth grade season was going, and Coach Bruce Robinson at Clinton High School, the 10th through 12th grade school, he said that I need give me 5 players, and happily my name was one of them. He came. I used to get on a bus and it drive us to the school. When school was out at like 2:40 for us, our 7th period we'd get on the bus and we'd go into the high school. When you get to the high school, yeah, it was another world. You had your girls, you had some other stuff out there you didn't really want to condone in. And you also had basketball. I mean, the floor was just perfect. I mean, you walk in the gym, you would think it was a D1 gym. We started out lifting weights, and my first time lifting weights, it wasn't a pretty sight. Lifting, I found out weights just wasn't my thing. But on the court though, and the conditioning running, that's what I excelled in. And the weight ball, any workouts, plyometrics, the whole nine, they had it at this school. And as time went on, I was a 10th grader playing on the varsity team. And it's my 10th grade year. I was sitting behind a guy named Courtney Nelson. Who else? You had Courtney, Vincenzo Nelson. They brothers, too good. Doug, Taiwan Hatter. These were Robert Irvin. These were some real good players. And I mean, coming as a 10th grader, it was me and the guys that played on the 8th grade team. Some of us on the team, and we was just like, man, we waiting on our turn. And when we get to that turn, we gonna show what we really got to show. But as you see though, like it was much different. Once we got there and everything, time went by. Towards the end of the season, we started getting more and more playing time, and they could see that when us 5 hit the court, it was a guy named Leon Carr, Jarvis Martin, Dunzedrick Smith, Krishna Bell, and of course me. And when us five get on that court, we brothers. We know exactly where to go, exactly where to pass the ball. We could hang with anybody in the state of Mississippi, and we proved that. And our coach, it was some games where they wanted us, put your young guys out. And once we got on that court, y'all ready? Some of us were nervous. Leon always would rub his head or tilt his shoulder or whatnot. Leon running point. Got my shooters. And me and Krishna, we had it down at the post end. And I ain't really too big on being at the post or anything, but I had to do it. That was my position. I was tall. And in Mississippi, you what, 6'2" and up, 6 feet and up, they sending you straight to the post. We played our season. We went 21-7. We had top ranking. I think the most ranking we got was number 7 in the state, 6 in the state. We were beating top 9 schools like Callaway, coached by Wayne Brent. We get all the way to the district every year, the district tournament, and we just, when we got to the first district tournament, I didn't touch the court because that was real business, and I understand that from the coach. I wasn't producing. It was a good decision. The next year came around. It was our 11th grade. Vincenzo Nelson, he had towards ACL last year. It was his comeback year, and it was a time like I really got my name out there, and wasn't a player to watch or anything, but I used to get the most improved award each year. I was progressing slowly, but I was coming along, and we had like a iffy season. I say about like 18-12. It was barely above 500, like 600, 700 level, and everything was pretty much good. The coaching, folks started bad mouthing the coach, stopped listening to him. The fans was on him, and I know he had a tough job, but he just couldn't just put it together how it was supposed to go. And I catch myself in summer league games just watching, like I had video of me just sitting on the bench like, man, why Why is this? I hate losing. These people they lose and they just happy about it. They happy about after it's just a summer league game. Me, nah, I'm at the end of the bench, real mad because I feel that I could contribute to that win or at least get it, closer, if not win it. But time went on, and we was out there on the track one day. We was out on Clint High. They had just built a new field and everything. It was me, Dunzit, the whole team, matter of fact. And he had me running the bleachers. And Clint, it's a lot of bleachers. And you got to go around and around and around, right? He said, but you had to make it in a certain time. Me at that age, I was clumsy, kind of clumsy and everything. Size 14 in the 9th grade, no, 13 in the 11th grade. And running up those tiny stairs, I was a little slow because I was just focusing on me running and whatnot. I didn't make the time. He said, get up and do it again. I'm like, because I don't want to let my coach down, I got up, did it again. Still didn't make the time. And I was trying, though. I was really trying, and he was acting like he couldn't see that. I'm not gonna tell no story. I sat down at the stairs, right? And all my homeboys, they had finished or whatnot. I sat down at the stairs, and I was just looking like, man, why is he not? What is he seeing in me that, why I'm not running these, bleachers right on the right time? Like, why is it taking me so long? And he told me this. He said, son, if you don't make these bleachers on time, you're not gonna be on my team, my upcoming team. And I feel like he was just trying to set a point to make me quit or whatnot. At the time, I'm in my 11th grade year, just thinking to myself like, I'm kind of hard-headed. So I'm like, you know what? Since you don't believe in me and stuff, I'm not finna do it. I get up, walk around, walk off the bleachers, walk back in my locker room. I get the key from the assistant coach. He opened it up, grab my stuff, hop in my little car, and I had a little Acura at the time. And I hopped in the Acura, drove home. By the time I got to eating and stuff, they asked me how my day went. Well, my stepmom, and I think my brother already knew a little bit. He asked me how my day went and stuff. And I was playing it pretty cool. I say about 30 minutes later, a truck pull up. The door open. It's my dad. My dad said, "Get your stuff. Let's go." I said, "What stuff?" He said, "Get your running shoes, put some shorts on, put a shirt on or a jacket, and let's go." We got back in the car. He drove me back to the high school. I go to the coach office. He told me, "Now apologize for saying what you said. What I had said was, I'm not doing this, and one day you're gonna see my name in the paper." And I went in his office, and even though I didn't really want to apologize, I really meant what I said. I told him, and I was like, "Coach, I'm really sorry. That shouldn't have happened out there. If you give me a chance to go out here." Matter of fact, he didn't even give me a chance. My dad said he's finna run these bleachers and he's gonna make it in the exact time. We got out there on the bleacher. The coach, he accepted my apology, but he didn't go out there and see me run. He told the assistant coach, "Go time me." We got out there. The first try, I made it. It took my dad to stand there for me to make it. At least I knew I could do it. We got back in the truck, and I was down looking out the window. He like, "Was that hard?" He was like, "Nah." He was like, "Hard work and dedication, that's what it take." And I was like, "Yeah, Dad, you right." I get in the car with him. He just talking to me, and I'm just like, "Man, Dad, it's just a bad feeling about it. I think I can do better." He was like, "What you mean?" And I'm like, "Dad, I think I could, excel at another place." I'm like, he like, "What? Well, what? It's the summer. Like, where can you go? This ain't college. You just can't up and just try out nowhere. You can't just try at somebody's school." I said, "Dad, if you believe in me, you'll move. And my dad, he a pretty reasonable guy. He like, why would he move? He has a good job, family straight, everything good. I called my mother. At this time, they were divorced. I called my mom. Mom, she stayed in Memphis, Tennessee. And I had already left her, and she was like, well, I'm not coming back. I left her. My dad left, and he was like, where you going to go now? And I'm very thankful for my grandmother, Barbara Alexander. She took me in, and I was with her. She was the substitute at the teacher, so you know, at the school, so you know, getting in trouble was not an option. Okay. I finished most of. I came into Callaway with my head up. I met the coach. He seen how tall I was. He was like, well, he was like, Wayne Brent is he was one of the best coaches. So I'm walking through Callaway looking for the high school head coach, and the students were telling me, you don't understand who on the team. You sure you gonna play? I'm like, hopefully, you never know. I found him. His name was Wayne Brent, and I was looking at all the stuff he's accomplished. He coached at Ole Miss, assistant coach. He know all the D1 players. He know everybody. And I'm like, this guy, he a real deal. First time he met me, he was like, you can play? Well, come today. Come to the gym today.